All right, this is the second video for this section, and we are finding the median. Okay, so when you're finding the median, you need to put these in order from least to greatest. I mean, you could do largest to smallest, but I always do smallest to largest. And so basically, we just first put them in order, and then we will find the middle number. Okay, so let's see. You can mark these out as you go too, so that you can keep track of where you are, and you don't really have to put the commas in between as you line them up. So I'm going to start with 6, and then 7. We have 8 a couple of times, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, and then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We see that we started with 7 numbers and we have 7 numbers again. And then we can see that the middle number is going to be 8. So I'm going to write that out. And that then would be the median. Okay, so on the next set of data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we have 8 numbers. And so that means that we have to find the average of the two middle values this time. So we're going to put them in order once again, and then we'll look at the middle values. So you can look through here and see that 15 is my smallest number, and then 31, 62, let me mark that out, 62, 73, and 82, 95, 98, and then 103. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count them again. Make sure you got all the numbers. As you can see, I kind of quit marking out sometimes when I get to the end of that. So we are going to split these in the middle here. All right, there's the middle of my set of data because it's an even number of numbers, an even number of numbers. Oh, how do you even say that? And so I'm going to find the average of those middle two, right? The 2 on either side of my middle line there, and then divide by 2. So I add those together, and that's 155 divided by 2, and we round that. Maybe that comes out exact. Yeah, it does, because we're dividing by 2. We don't have to round it because it's going to be 0.5, right? And it's always going to be a 0.5 because we're dividing by 2 for whatever number we get there. It's either going to be a whole number or a 0.5, I should say. Yes. Okay, next, finding the mode. So the mode is really the easiest one, and you can put these in order when you're finding mode if you want to. If you're finding mean, median, and mode for the same set of data, then you already have it in order for median. All right, so when we look at this first set, we can see 8 is there 2 times. And then we also notice that there's a 10 there 2 times. I'm going to do that in a different color. So we have 2 numbers that each occur 2 times, and that means we have 2 modes, right? So our modes are 8 and 10. So it's possible to have more than one mode, and it's possible not to have a mode. If we had had one number occurring 3 times, then that would be the mode, right? So you're looking at the most number of occurrences for the numbers. Now, when we look at our second set of data, we don't actually have any numbers repeating. These are the same numbers I used on the previous page, and you can go back to there and see when you put that in order, we didn't have any numbers that repeated on that. So this one is no mode. All right, so that's basically it for median and mode. We find the middle number for median, the most times a number occurs for mode. And then we're going to find the mean, the median, and the mode for this set of numbers. Okay, so I'm going to start by just putting them in order up at the top here, and then I'll kind of work below that. We can find our median from that. So let me just list the numbers first of all. And these are home sale prices that homes sold for, and there are 10 of them, and I tell you that right there. You don't have to count them. Now, you do want to count them probably once you get them all written out to make sure. I need to remember not to write too big because there are 10 of these, and the numbers are, you know, several digits. And then we have 114, 142. I have these listed out for me. Let's see. Let me mark these out so that can help. I can't even find. There's 80,000 and 98,000 and 108, 114, 142, and then we're on to 150 and 165, 166, and then last we have 250. I'm barely going to get that on there. Okay, so now we have them in order, and sometimes that's just handy even when you're totaling them up. And then we'll work below that for mean, median, and mode. So for mean, we find the total of these numbers. Now, I always suggest that you add them up twice, right? So our total is 1,415,000. And then we're going to divide that by 10, right? Which is easy, right? We just take off 1 0 basically. So it is 141,500, and that's our mean. Okay, now let's look at our median. And so for the median, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I left out a number. Where did I leave out a number? 80, 98, 142. Oh, I left out 142. 142. It was on there twice, right there. And so, let me see if I can squeeze this in. Let's scoot those over. See, I didn't count them right off the bat. 1, 4. This is what happens if you don't count as you go. And I even had them written out on another thing here in front of me. Let's see what was after the 142, the 150 that I just erased. So I counted after the fact. And we can see then that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted from both ends to make sure that I have them right. This one's easy because, right, we've got median equal to 142. Let me go ahead and put a $sign on that, right? So we didn't have to divide. The two middle numbers are the same, so that works out fine. And then last, we've got the mode. And it happens that the mode is also 142,000 because that's the only one that I haven't been very consistent on how I'm doing that. I'm just going to put it this way. 142,000 because it occurs 2 times and none of the other numbers are repeated. Okay, so mean, median, mode, and of course the weighted mean that we talked about in the first video or this lesson. Usually students enjoy this one quite a bit. Bye everyone.